Hi class, it's Mrs. Perrone and we are on page 23 of your shiny math book. And I know you just started the video, but now's a good time to pause it and try to solve this first problem on your own, and then play the video when you're ready to check your work. Number 18 says, a helicopter is 19 meters above the top of a canyon wall. It goes down 27 meters, passing into the canyon, and then goes up 5 meters. What is the new position of the helicopter relative to the top of the canyon wall? Show your work. So we have a lot of stuff going on in this problem. We have a helicopter that's moving up and down into and out of a canyon. So the first little bit of information we have is that the helicopter is 19 meters above the top of a canyon wall. So I would use the number 19 to represent that quantity. It goes down 27 meters. So from there, going down 27 meters to me means the integer negative 27. And then goes up 5 meters, which to me means the integer positive 5. So we have three numbers going on here. We have this helicopter moving 3 times, going up 19, down 27, and up 5. So I want to know, after all of those things take place, where does the helicopter stop relative to the top of the canyon wall? So if we were to draw a little picture, we have, like, I don't know, this is a canyon, this is the ground. We have a helicopter that starts off 19 feet above the canyon wall, and then it goes down 27. So it goes down 27, and then it goes up 5. And the question is, what is this final position relative to the canyon wall? So I want to know, what is this position right here after those three things happen? So we can figure that out by using a number line or by simply adding up these three numbers. So 19 plus negative 27 plus 5. Now when you're adding up three numbers, and some of them are positive and some of them are negative, I would recommend grouping together the ones with the same sign and add those together first. So I see that I'm adding a positive 19 and a positive 5. I'm going to add those together. That is positive 24 plus negative 27. So those are the two numbers that I need to add, but I've made my work a little bit simpler. Instead of having 3 things to add together, now I only have 2. So when I look at these two numbers, I notice that 27 is bigger than 24 and that 27 is negative, so I know that my answer is going to be negative. And then more specifically, 27 is 3 bigger than 24, so my final answer is negative 3. So what that means is, even though this is not drawn to scale, what that means is its final position, the helicopter's final position, is right here, which turns out to be negative 3. So we showed our work in the space, and now we need to write our answer on the line. So we'll say the helicopter's final position is 3 meters below the canyon wall. And once again, I know that I said that my answer was negative 3, and here I see a 3 that doesn't have a negative in front of it, but since I used that keyword below, I have 3 meters below, I've taken into account the fact that it's a negative quantity. So 3 meters below means negative 3. We're going to move down to the next problem on the page. Once again, this would be a good time to pause the video and try to solve the problem on your own, and then play the video when you're ready to check your work. At 7 a.m., the temperature in Wilton was negative 6 degrees Fahrenheit. By 8 a.m., the temperature was 2 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the difference in temperature between 8 a.m. and 7 a.m.? Okay, so we've got a lot going on here. We know, let's see, we know that at 7 a.m. the temperature was -6 degrees Fahrenheit. By 8 a.m. the temperature was 2 degrees Fahrenheit. And then most importantly, the question that we are being asked to solve is, what is the difference? So when you see this keyword in a math problem, the word difference, that is an indication that you are using subtraction. So we are finding the difference between two numbers. We are going to be subtracting them. So when I set up these problems, I see the keyword difference. I know that I'm going to be subtracting something from something, and then I just need to figure out what goes in these two boxes. What are the two things that I need to subtract? Well, if you read on in the sentence, it tells you exactly what to put in the two boxes. So what is the difference between what is the difference in the temperature between 8 a.m. and 7 a.m.? So here we need to put our 8 a.m. time, and in this box, we need to put in our 7 a.m. time. And I can read earlier in the problem to figure out where those go. So let's see, at 7 a.m. the temperature was -6, so that needs to go in here, -6. And 8 a.m. the temperature was 2. Okay, so we're going to solve this the math way, and then we are going to reinforce it with a number line or a vertical number line, which looks like a thermometer. So we're going to rewrite this expression using our steps that are leave the first one, change this to addition, and change the sign of the second number. So leave the first number, change the subtraction to addition, and change the sign of the second number. So now 2 minus -6 looks a lot friendlier. We know that 2 plus 6 is 8. And then to reinforce this, we're going to draw a really quick vertical number line. We're going to put 0 up at the top, and maybe make it go up just a little bit more because we know we need to go up to +2 degrees. We're going to go down to -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's -6. And the difference between the two would be this distance right here. And then we could easily count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we know the difference between the two, or the distance between the two, is 8. So Siri chose B as the correct answer. How did she get that answer? So we just did all that work. We know that the correct answer is 8, but this person, Siri, she thinks that the correct answer is B. So we have to try to get inside of her head and figure out how did she see the numbers 2 and -6 and get to -4. So here's what I think. I think she saw the numbers 2 and -6, and I think instead of subtracting them, because we have that keyword difference, I think she added them, because if you add those two instead of subtract them, you get -4, which is what she chose. So to answer the question, she chose B as the correct answer. How did she get that answer? I would say she added -2 and, no, I'm sorry, not -2, this is a +2. She added +2 and -6 instead of subtracting them. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in class.